What's up everyone, it's Root Dinosaur. Welcome to another edition of Wowhead Recap for October 7th, 2020. The stuff we'll be covering in today's video are more Hunter&Rogue Clash changes, some Torghast updates, more Conduit updates, legendary updates, and a couple of quality of life things. So let's get right into it with the first one, which is Shadowlands legendaries for October 7th. We are currently in the process of tuning legendary items, so in this latest Shadowlands beta build, you may see a number of legendary effects have had their power reduced. We've recently had internal discussions about our tuning targets for legendaries and concluded that we are aiming too low with respect to their power. We're working through another tuning pass on all of these items, and you should see further adjustments in an upcoming build. So, just throwing it out there, we're going to be tuning legendaries again, be on the lookout. As soon as we have those changes, you know I will be making a video for them. Next, we have more Rogue Clash changes. Really does seem like these are the two primary targets for them right now. And as before, we'll just go over the most recent update about it, which is down here, this one right here. Thank you for all the feedback about Shadow Vault. We set out to create a cool new AoE finisher for Subtlety Rogues, but heard your feedback that Shadow Vault was frustrating due to its knock-up effect. Additionally, the visual similarity with Shuriken Storm was bound to get repetitive as you alternate between the generator and the finisher. We created a new visual kit based on the idea of launching an explosive black powder over the heads of your enemies. Please let us know what you think about this version of the finisher. So, as far as I can tell, there's no update about actually what they're changing to Shadow Vault yet, but as you can see, it was an AoE finisher trying to bring Subtlety Rogues back. And then this one, having visual similarity between two different abilities that you're constantly hitting just is bad design, so they're working on a new visual update for that. More Hunter Clash changes. Let's see what we got today. Here we go, this one right here. Hello, in this week's PTR and Shadowlands beta builds, the 5% bonus damage component has been removed from the Hunter's Mark ability. Hunter's Mark is a cool Hunter class ability with unique functionality that we don't want to get rid of, so we're adjusting it to be solely for utility at its core functionality. Hunter's Mark will remain on the GCD, and it will still provide visibility against the stealth target. Okay, so for this one, it seems to me that in Season 4 BFA, Hunters were way up here. In the beginning of the beta testing for Shadowlands, Hunters were still way up here, and it seems like they're working hard to bring them down. I can't really see the necessity of the 5% damage buff against one priority target. Also, if it is going to not have any damage component to it whatsoever, I also don't think it should remain on the global cooldown. That's just going to feel like a bad button to hit now. It's going to be on the GCD. It's not going to give you any damage abilities whatsoever. You're going to be able to see stealth targets. So, I mean, to me, this definitely just seems like it's going to be more of a PvP talent again. And if that's what they're shooting for, then cool. But again, if it's a PvP talent, then why having the 5% more damage towards a single target, would that be a bad thing? Maybe they know better than we do. However, it just seems like a really weird change. Hunter's Mark, for those of you that don't know. Apply Hunter's Mark to the target, increasing all damage you deal to the marked target by 5%. This is the part that is going away and will be no more. So now it's just a marksmanship ability. Apply Hunter's Mark to the target. If the target dies while affected by Hunter's Mark, you instantly gain 20 focus. The target can always be seen and tracked by the hunter. Only one mark can be applied at a time. So yeah, I mean, to me it seems like this is only going to have very, very few niche uses, maybe in PvE content if there's stealth trash mobs or something like that. However, this is, what I'm reading is it's just going to be another PvP thing so you can see stealth targets. Next up, feedback, Torghast Tower of the Damned. Let's see what the most recent update for this one is. Down here. We have a known issue with the new build of the Shadowlands beta that is going up today. Players in a group may encounter an issue when queuing for Torghast. When you encounter this bug, the climb button for queuing will always display an error that reads, "Please gather your party before queuing." To avoid this issue, form your Torghast party before entering the Torghast portal. If you're already in a group, this issue can be resolved by remaining grouped exiting the Torghast lobby and re-entering the portal. Doing so should display a red button for climb, and the party leader can now queue the group. So this is only an issue for people that have been lucky enough to be given access to the beta, which, by the way, boy Root's still waiting for his access, Blizzard, if you happen to be watching. I would really love access. But that'll for sure be gone by live. It's just letting people know in beta they'll have issues with Torghast this week. And we have more Shadowlands Conduit updates. Let's go down to the most recent one, right here. In this week's Shadowland beta build, Soulbinds have had their tree layouts changed in a small but important way. All Soulbinds now have access to 2 potency conduit sockets, whereas previously all trees had 3 potency sockets. The goal of this change is to increase the flexibility of Soulbinds and make it more viable to use one Soulbind for multiple specs. Due to potency conduits' effects being mostly spec specific, they are the conduits most likely to make a Soulbind layout feel locked into one spec. While we expect this to be a natural way for many players to engage with Soulbinds, picking one Soulbind per spec and building them out accordingly. We want to make sure there's room to discover other setups that work for you based on the current content you prefer to participate in. The removed potency sockets have been replaced with either an endurance or a finesse socket, which, by virtue of primarily being class-wide effects, are easier to justify across multiple specs. We're looking forward to seeing how you choose to build out your Soulbinds and your continuing feedback on the system. So again, no surprise here. We've been going back and forth we'll probably be going back and forth for the entire expansion, let's be honest here, about how these conduits and Soulbinds work. In the most recent video, we let you know that there's a new system that essentially lets you change them out once per day, as opposed to being changed them once per week. We're getting there. However, I don't know why they don't just let us swap them out freely. This has never been a thing in the game. I don't know why they're choosing to add it. They keep, making more work for themselves by coming up with these new crazy ways to, okay, we'll let you do a little bit more. We'll let you do a little bit more. When we all know in the end, probably by, 0.1 or 0.2, they'll probably be freely changed, and where they're already having issues with the release date, I don't know why they're focusing so much on their time in not letting us just have freedom to play multiple specs, multiple Soulbinds. I still don't understand that. But that's the most current update, going down to 2 potencies. And we have some more beta news, Soulbind tree updates before and after potency. With today's reducing each Soulbind tree from 3 to 2, some of the trees have also been rearranged a bit, introducing new connections that weren't present before. We've collected before and after screenshots for an easy comparison below, but you can also check out our updated Soulbind calculator. I'm not going to go through all of the tiny tree changes, but there will be a link in the description down below. And finally, just a little quality of life thing. New skip added to Covenant intro quest for Alts and Shadowlands. If you guys don't know, I'll go over kind of the beginning part of this. Alts and Shadowlands, you only have to play through the main storyline one time. All of your alts can actually do their leveling process through endgame content to give you a big jump start in having all of your legendaries ready and having everything ready to go when you hit level 60, and just not having to redo the storyline. If you're like me, I have 10 alts. I don't want to do the storyline 10 times. Being able to just start at the end of the game and level my way through Torghast and all of the other systems is a huge quality of life improvement. I'm so happy that they did that. And now it seems like you're able to, let's read it. The latest Shadowlands beta build has added a skip to the Covenant intro questline for alts that are familiar with world quests, the Covenant Sanctum, adventures, and the Maw in Shadowlands. This new skip will likely save you at least 30 minutes on a fresh level 60 character. Again, another great update, just quality of life improvements. Normally these quality of life improvements don't come out until after the expansion is released. So, while we're still fighting about Covenants and Conduits and Soulbinds and all that, they are still listening about very certain things, and this is still good news for me that they are looking ahead as opposed to waiting for the issue to arise and then reacting to it. They're being proactive about it, and that's always a good thing to hear. Other than that, that is everything we have for Shadowlands recap for October 7th. If you could do me a favor, like the video, subscribe down below. Let me know if you like the video in the comments, anything you would like to see changed, anything, if the music's too loud in the background, anything like that. Just let me know in the comments below. This is a new channel. I'm kind of new to making these. I'm making them, uploading, not doing a whole lot of editing, just doing them in one take. So any feedback would be greatly appreciated into getting this channel going and letting me know that this is a good thing to be doing. I don't see any other channels that are doing just like news updates just like this every day. My kind of goal for the channel is it's something you could even listen to on the way to work and don't really have to see any visual cues in the video whatsoever. But please let me know down in the comment section down below what you think. Until next time, I'm Rude Dinosaur. Everyone have a great day.